following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op, in affiliation with the network at bicbp-radio.com.
Podcast. It is I, Nico Salimbenny, and alongside me is nobody. It's just me. I'm here. Joey, let's get the wide shot. Here we are, new set. It's just me. Here I am. But we're ready to get going. It's funny, I don't even have anyone to look at anymore to bounce. So Joey, I'm gonna be locked in on you over there. Like I said, my name is Nico Salimbenny, and I am now the one and only host of the Big Yak Podcast. I'll be honest, it feels weird to be in the driver's seat, so just bear with me as I settle in. And here we are. Happy off-season kickoff week. Not the most exciting time of year, but for me, this is prime time for me. I love the draft. I love draft prep, mock drafts, everything about it. I even went on the show a month ago and was like, yeah, the draft is almost more exciting for me than the Super Bowl, which I guess was a hot take, but I don't know. Here we are. Super Bowl 58. How are we feeling about it? How are we really feeling about it? Few sectors of folks are very happy right now, and I mean very happy. For the Chiefs fans, congratulations. Your team has started the next dynasty. For the Swifties, congratulations. Your inaugural season as a fan just so happens to start at the very top of the food chain. Probably feels good, doesn't it? Got lifelong Lions, Vikings, Bills, Browns fans, among others, that have never gotten the feeling that you feel right now. Hold on to that because it's only down from here. You Swifties are a big reason for my next point, too. To the NFL, congratulations. You got what you wanted. 123.7 million viewers. That is the most watched TV program ever. Let me say that again. 123 million viewers. The most watched TV program ever. Not just most watched Super Bowl, not just most watched sporting event, most watched program ever. Sorry, MASH finale. Sorry, every Olympics broadcast ever aired. Sorry, every award show ever made. Super Bowl 58 has its spot on the top, and take your crown, NFL, because you deserved it. Going on into the actual Super Bowl itself, I want to introduce a new segment. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. Right now, it's tentatively called 5 Seconds of Shame. So I'm ready. I'm open for ideas here. Basically, we're going to talk about 5 different moments from the week in the NFL or in football or in sports as a whole that everyone's talking about. Kind of like a weekly recap about things that actually matter, of course, in the Twitterverse and whatnot. So we're going to get right into it at number 5. You guys probably saw this clip early in the week of Jackson Mahomes getting denied a VIP entry. I'll pull up that video real quick. So for my listeners out there, not just the viewers, I'm going to just explain it real quick. Essentially, it was America's favorite sibling, Jackson Mahomes, talking to a bouncer while the camera cuts back and forth to Brittany Mahomes on the other side. Bouncer won't let him in, cuts back to Brittany as she hits him with a shrug and keeps dancing. Let's think about this for a second. The brother of the greatest quarterback on the planet is being denied entry into the VIP section his sister-in-law is in. She doesn't even care. Hit him with the... and just kept dancing. I think that's what everyone wants to do to Jackson Mahomes as we watch his antics. Just hit him with the... and carry on. Then, on Super Bowl Sunday, he gets to double dip on this first inaugural segment as 5 Seconds of Shame because he gets caught getting the first pick of the game. Let's check it out. Oh, yeah. He's digging in there, too. Let's get that zoomed in. Got him. Man, what are you doing? Oh, look at that. He's digging for gold. Man, Jackson Mahomes. You're first on the list, buddy. Number 4. Let's go into the dancer falling off the pole at the Super Bowl halftime show. It feels like every year we get another memorable moment during these halftime shows. It's like a tradition. In years past, we've had the left shark from Katy Perry, Lady Gaga jumping into the stadium, The Weeknd with all the mirrors flying all over the place. So we got our fair share of moments this year. I mean, between Usher and Alicia Keys getting it on for everyone to see, Jermaine Dupri's outfit. But I want to point out this moment in the show. Let's pull up this video here. Ludacris comes on, and there's this walk away like post, and as it's happening, we notice there's like the pole dancers like flying around. Here, I'll pull up the video real quick for you guys. So, losing the feed. Let me play that again. There he goes, and up and down. Oh, taking a tumble. That was a moment. That dancer fell harder than Dak's MVP stock after the Buffalo game. Sorry, Dallas fans. Didn't think I was going to get a dig in. That's too bad. That dancer fell hard. Thank goodness that she's okay. And we are on to number 3. I don't have a video for this one because there's sound, and our sound isn't working with capabilities right now. But long story short, the Nickelodeon broadcast was really cool. It was fun for kids, and they kind of sprinkled in like different pop culture references. Whole ton of characters were dancing around on the field. There were guest appearances from others. They had this segment where they made fish versions of celebrities, like Billie Eilish, Doja Catfish, Clamuel L. Jackson. SpongeBob was in the booth, him and Patrick, and there was like this back and forth about Leonardo DiCaprio. And then out of nowhere, SpongeBob goes, Leonardo DiCaprio, 25. And then there's like this long pause, and he goes, that's his dating history. Ha ha. Like, I was completely thrown aback when I heard that. I saw it was, I forget what tweet it was, but it basically was like SpongeBob just came in with the zinger. It was just 25. That's his dating history. Ha ha. I went back and watched it over a couple times, and man, never did I expect to see the day where SpongeBob is throwing shots at Leonardo DiCaprio, but here we are, Super Bowl 58. It's Vegas, baby. Whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And going on to number 2, I want to talk about John Elway. So John Elway was the Super Bowl, like the honorary MVP, whatever they called it. Essentially, he was there to kind of hand out the trophy to the winner. But let's think about that for a second, where it's John Elway in the Raiders' new stadium handing the Super Bowl trophy to the Chiefs. Broncos legend in Raiders Stadium handing off the Lombardi to the Chiefs. That's dirty. That's cold, cruel. Any word you can think of. Nasty, sinister, evil. Imagine, think about this for a second. Imagine you're in the Olympics. Whoever was in 4th place had to hand out the medals. So let's set the stage. Olympics, say they're in China. United States wins the gold, and out comes Russia, having to put the gold medal over the United States' neck. Man, John Elway, they did you dirty, man. I'm sorry. Obviously, number 1, if you don't know, you're gonna realize as soon as I say it, Travis Kelce. Let's pull up the clip real quick. Travis Kelce pushing Andy Reid. Pushed him so hard he almost fell over. I mean, Kelce was redder than his jersey. Like, he was taken aback. Man. Travis, not a good look, bro. Not a good look at all. There's no situation where that was acceptable. If that were any other player not named Patrick Mahomes or Travis Kelce, that player would have been done for the game. Kadarius Toney, he was a healthy scratch for the game, but he would have been done. MVS, if Valdez-Scantling did that, he'd be done. Pacheco did that. Maybe not Pacheco because they don't really have any other running backs, but you get the point. That player would be done for the game. They'd be suspended. They'd be fined. The only reason that he was still in the game was because Mahomes literally had no one else to throw to. Pushed him so, like I said, he pushed him so hard the coach almost fell over. Taylor, I hope you're taking notes. Miss Swift, that's a major red flag, girlfriend. And can I just mention how Travis quickly became one of America's most loved to football's villain? Between that display of emotion on the Super Bowl to a couple weeks ago with the Justin Tucker helmet kick thing, and then speaking of helmets, the helmet spikes that he's had multiple times over the season, it's getting rough out there for the kid. And that's right, I'm calling him a kid because that's what he has been. A kid. Childish. Crybaby. Annoying. It doesn't even have anything to do with Taylor Swift either. I'm a fan of hers, and I think the presence in the NFL is a good thing for everyone. I'm not even exaggerating about Taylor Swift. Her presence in the NFL like brought families together. It's all the extra stuff that came with Travis Kelce and all this extra fame, and I don't know, maybe it's just me. But it's not passion for the game or whatever the excuse might be that people will try to say, or whatever the Travis Kelce apologists say. It's not passion. It's just being a child. It's childlike behavior. And one other thing about that shove is I hate how it was never mentioned after the again on the telecast. Like, it was never talked about at all. It was weird. Like, that was like a pretty big moment, and Tony Romo was just like, "Yeah, you can see." I don't know, Jim. Travis Kelce looks very frustrated. I don't know. I'm like, you got to call that stuff out. And obviously, after the game, all of the talking heads were talking about it, but it was just weird. It was a weird display on the telecast of it. It was shown once, never shown again. I don't know. Let me stop. Even though Mike and Jackson are gone, this show is still sponsored by Underdog. So I want to talk to you guys about their pick'em right now. I'm still proud to be partnering with Underdog Sports, my favorite place to play fantasy games. Got to check out their pick'em. So easy to play. Just pick 2 to 5 stats of your favorite players and choose whether they'll go higher or lower. You can 20 times your money by going 5 for 5. That sounds like fun. Download their app and sign up today using my code BIGYAC. That's BIGYAC to get your first deposit of up to $100 matched. Can't wait to see your entries. And that's right. Super Bowl's over. Football's done for the season, but you can still bet on any other sport. I mean, they have basketball, hockey, baseball starting back up soon, so there's going to be baseball on there. They even have things like cricket. They have esports. There's a lot of fun games that you can play on there, and that's not even talking about draft season yet. And we're going to get into that later on. They got a lot of cool stuff over at Underdog, and I'm very proud to be a partner of theirs. Now, obviously, I have to talk about the game itself. Chiefs win in overtime, 25-22. Patrick Mahomes was 34 for 46, 2 touchdowns and a pick, 99.3 passer rating. Brock Purdy was 23 for 38, 255 yards and a touchdown, 89.3 passer rating. What we saw on Sunday was greatness from Kansas City. This was supposed to be the year that Mahomes was beatable. Mahomes had no one to throw to. Travis Kelce is old. The defense is really young. A lot of young guys not knowing what they're doing, and yet no one was able to do it. No one could slay the dragon. No one could get the monkey off their back. Mahomes went into Buffalo, beat Buffalo. Went into Baltimore, beat Baltimore. Went to the Super Bowl, and won their third in the last 4 years. We're witnessing the start of a dynasty, folks. It's here. It is here. There was this side-by-side stat of Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes in their first 7 seasons, and Patrick Mahomes had every single stat better. Every stat was in the green versus Tom Brady's. So am I going to sit here and say, is Tom Brady still the GOAT? I'm going to sit here and say, yeah. We've only seen the first 7 years. Patrick Mahomes, though, we might be witnessing the start of the next greatest of all time. If he continues his career like the first 7 years, which I believe he will, that will be the greatest quarterback of all time, and I don't know if anyone would ever top that. Tom Brady, for as it still stands, still has it. Again, it's 6 rings across 2 different teams. I mean, that's GOAT behavior. But 3 rings in 4 years, that's up there. That's honestly one of the greatest all-time runs in sports. What Patrick Mahomes is doing right now. 3 in the last 4. That is so hard to do, especially in a league like this where every team has a chance. I mean, this league's mantra is known for any given Sunday, and yet they've done it 3 times in the last 4 years. This is a dynasty, whether you like it or not. It's here, and we're just living in it. Also want to talk to you guys today about SeatGeek. Shout out to SeatGeek for being our newest sponsor on the Big Ag Podcast. We recently became brand ambassadors for them. SeatGeek is a ticket app that takes the confusion out of $20 off your first order with SeatGeek. These are tickets for anything, really. Anything that's out there. You can go to any sports game. Concerts are on there. That's right, Swifties. If there's a concert coming up your way, use my code SeatGeek for $20 off your order. Anything right now. I mean, we're here in Niagara Falls, New York, so Buffalo, Sabres, Bisons, anything. Use it, $20 off your first order. If you find some cheap tickets, like say like a Bisons game, you find 2 tickets for $20. That's right, $20 off your first order. You're practically going for free just for using my code. So click the link in my bio. It's available now on there. So check us out. That's code Big Yak Podcast, all one word. Check out SeatGeek. Thank you guys for sponsoring. So this episode's pretty short today, obviously, because there's not much else to talk about. I do want to give a preview of kind of what's to come for this show. Spotlight Series is coming back. I'm in the works with a lot of players right now, trying to get some players back on. Some of their last year's participants, trying to get hooked up with them again. Talk about, especially the ones like just got through their first year in the NFL, kind of recap their rookie seasons and go from there. A lot of young college players that I'm been working with right now. I have no hard dates just yet, but be able to do. But it's a lot of fun. So Spotlight Series is coming. Stay tuned for that. Hopefully, I have more info to come. Moving forward, again, this is a shorter show because I don't have a guest with me. But moving forward, we're going to have kind of my talk about recapping the news. We'll have the seconds of shame if there's enough moments for it. But I'm going to be bringing on more interviews, a lot more focus on guests and guests that are new and old, and kind of breaking down their teams. Working with a lot of guys as well. There's been a lot of work on the back end that I haven't been able to show off, but we're just super excited to kind of get these things moving. So hopefully starting with next week, we'll have an interview, and we'll kind of get to see this show in full flesh, breaking down their teams, just talking about what they've been up to, different things like that. The other thing I wanted to get into is more written content, and this kind of ties into the Spotlight Series. It ties into the interview focus. Using this as my segue for working in media, I'm going to try to include more written content moving forward. Believe it or not, there is a bigagpodcast.com. We have an actual URL that is blank right now. It was made last year kind of as a placeholder for eventually if one of us wanted to try to start writing. But I think now is the time for me to really kind of hone my skills and start writing. This is going to be an area. This is going to be like the channel is going to have all of this different moving parts. So you'll see some YouTube specific clips. You'll still see the episodes every week on Spotify, anywhere you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, all of that. But I want to have more clips and more videos, kind of just as a new direction for the show. Also, I wanted to mention that this lovely helmet right here, I'll take it off the set so you can see it. We were gifted this helmet for the show. This is a Super Bowl winning Kansas City Chiefs Tyreek Hill autographed mini helmet. And this could be yours. We will be doing a giveaway at 1,000 Instagram followers. And all you'll have to do is I'll make the post for it. You're going to like that post. You're going to comment 2 friends on there and share the post. And once we hit 1,000 followers on Instagram, that trophy's going away to some lucky winner. It was given to us as a giveaway, so it's only right that I pass it on to some either Dolphins fan or Chiefs fan or just NFL memorabilia fan. It's all right here. Tyreek Hill signed Chiefs helmet. And this is the Eclipse helmet. It's like one of the alternate ones. But check that out. Again, that's going to be a post that we're going to create. Like it, share it, tag 2 friends, and your name will be entered in the giveaway. Once again, that giveaway will trigger at 1,000 Instagram followers. Other thing I want to talk about, Emerge is moving. I don't know if, I'm breaking the news now if no one else has talked about it. No one else reimagined because of Emerge moving. We're going to add a lot of new technology next few months. So please stay tuned. We'll be out of this set, which I have loved and has done us so dearly in the time that we've spent on it. But again, things are changing. Parts are moving. We're super excited. Again, I don't really have much else for today's episode. We're only at 25 minutes, and I've run through the first episode. Again, I mean, it's the Super Bowl. That's all we really have to talk about it right now. Moving forward, we're going to go a lot deeper into draft recap and mock drafts and free agency when that comes. We're kind of in the dead zone of the NFL right now. This is a special time for the show. This is Valentine's Day. We're in pink. Happy Valentine's Day. Got dinner reservations later, so expect to see us back at our normal time, maybe a little bit later, to be honest. Probably at 8 p.m. is what we're thinking now. Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Still going to be Wednesdays, but just a little bit later in the day. Yeah, that's really all I have for you guys. So not going to hold you guys up any longer. Just want to say thank you to Emerge. Thank you to BA CBP Radio. Thank you to Moranto. Thank you to Joey. And thank you to all the listeners. Thank you guys for listening. Again, much more coming soon. But this episode was really kind of just a recap of the Super Bowl and a recap of things that happened in the last few weeks. And then a preview of what's to come. So once again, thank you guys for tuning in. This has been a very abridged episode of the Big Yak Podcast. Welcome to Season 3.